Hi everyone, my name is Parul Prashar and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'll be talking about 30 days of open source contribution that I did in the previous month. I made a similar video last time. I completed the entire video, but later on I realized that my camera was off and I still regret it. But I'm back here again making another video with same enthusiasm. So without further delay, let's get started. So, first of all, I want to tell you all from where did this idea of making a video on 30 days of open source contribution actually came from. So the journey started on 29 July when my college began. From that point only, I was trying very hard to learn GitHub because I was seeing a lot of LinkedIn profiles mentioning GitHub, mentioning open source, contributions and so many other things. And I literally wanted to learn GitHub at that point. But the problem that was coming, that it was really very hard to learn GitHub. I don't know why, but I was trying my best. I had searched every other YouTube video, read every blog post, searched so many profiles on LinkedIn thinking I would get any hint, but no, it was really very tough. And finally, the consequence of how I actually learned GitHub was totally different from what I thought I would. It was not a YouTube video, it was not any senior or anyone else guiding me on how to do it. It was totally my own experience or my own calculation of how would I learn it. So I thought when I was going to start this open source contribution, I thought why not create something or write each day on diary what I'll be learning in these 30 days, because I was also selected as a G-Shock contributor, which is Girl Script Summer of Code. I'll be making next video on that topic, also mentioning what is it, how to participate and how to get selected. Since I was selected in that, I had to learn GitHub any way possible out there. Because of which I started, and finally today I'm here making this video, and I can confidently say that I know entire GitHub, all the command prompts on Windows, and making pull requests, getting it merged, creating issues, searching files. And yes, the biggest challenge I thought it would be, how will I be able to learn from someone else's code and find mistakes? I literally used to think this, कि मैं किसी के कोड को पढ़ के कैसे गलतियां निकालूंगी? How will I? But today I can say it is really easy. It is not very tough because codes are written in a way, and if you also start, आप भी आसानी से गलतियां निकाल सकते हो. It is not tough. So let's get started with first thing, what is open source? So open source is basically you have a project kept on GitHub. You pick up that project, you search its website on Google. You have links also in GitHub. In GitHub repositories, you get links of that website. You open that website link, you search that website, you find errors. Like I still remember when I started, the first error I found out was a form in which you have to enter your name, your class, and basically some text message. But the font of that enter your message was not appropriate as compared to the font of entire page. So this was the first issue I created. This is basically a bug. First category of open source, you have to remove bugs. This is first type of issue, so I removed the bug over there. Another thing is you can add new features, which is called enhancement. Like you are seeing a website, the home page or the header is not good. Like nav bar is not aligned. So you can enhance the nav bar. And the third thing is adding new features. Like a word is written about us in navbar links, but a new page is not linked to it. So you can say I'm going to add a new feature of entire about us page, assign me this issue. So this is the thing we do in open source. We work on someone else's project. We contribute to that project. Now let's get to the point how we actually do this contribution. How we actually make this contribution is, you have searched the website, you have found out an issue, say it is the same issue of changing the text or the font family in form section like I did. This is a bug. You will go in GitHub, in the issue section you will click on new issue. In new issue you will write the heading bug in forms, and then in description you can write I want to enhance the font family of this. In the description of that issue, you can write I want to change the font family of this form because it has a bug in it and it is not aligned to the other font families listed in the above links. So after this, you have written this. Also, it is important to paste a screenshot of that issue so that the mentor or the head of that project who is looking after that repository gets to know if that issue really exists or not. So what you can do is paste that photo of that issue over there. Once you place the screenshot, then click on send the issue. Now your work is over. You have sent the issue. Now you have to wait. Once the contributor or once the head of the project sees that issue and understands that yes, this needs to be changed or this needs to be improved, what they will do, they will write a comment. So, like my ID was Parul Prashar. Parul Prashar, I'm assigning this issue to you. Start working on this. When they will write this, you will be assigned the issue. They will provide you with labels. For example, in G-Shock it was level 1, level 2 or level 3. Then it was G-Shock extended, G-Shock and Hacktoberfest, what I got mostly in my issues. So they will assign you that issue with these labels, and once they assign you, your name will be mentioned like this issue is assigned to this ID. So you have got this entire issue. Now you have to start working on this issue. Next step is how to start working on a particular issue. You have created an issue. Now you will go on forking. What forking actually is? It means that you are going to clone the main repository under your name. Like, let the main repository's name be Canvas Editor and your profile's name be, for example, in my case, Parul Prashar. So what forking will be? It will be Canvas Editor under the name of Parul Prashar. Any changes that you make in your repository or your forked repository will not be reflected back in the original repository. So what does this mean? आपने changes करने हैं forked repository के अंदर. Once you make the changes in forked repository, it will be sent back to the mentor of the project under the name of pull request. He will get it as a pull request. He will look after your code. He will look after the changes you have made. If he finds that this is doing good, he will merge your repository into the original repository. Once these steps are done, finally your repository gets merged into the original project. And this means that the code you wrote is going to be reflected back in the original website. So this is what is forking all about. So what you have to do is you have to fork the original repository under your name. You go on fork, click there, you will type code, copy the code. And here comes the main use of GitHub, where you have to actually start learning command prompts, which is CMD, and also on, I think it's different on MacBook. I'm not sure about that, of course, but you have to learn about command prompts at this particular point. So you will clone the repository. I'll make a dedicated video about GitHub also, how you use the command prompts, a short tutorial kind of a format, but in this video it will go too long if I will discuss that. But so here I will only give you a brief overview. So you will clone the repository into yours, and then the entire code will be copied to your VS Code editor. Once it is copied over there, you're going to see the entire website just like you used to see earlier in your Microsoft Edge runner. So over there, the entire website code will be running like it used to happen with you previously. Once the code gets run in Microsoft Edge, over there you can make the changes in the code. Once you have made the changes, say you changed the font family to the correct one. You are done with the solving of the bug. What you're going to do in your Microsoft Edge, where the correct pattern of the font family is, you're again going to click a screenshot. One thing you have kept aside, the screenshot you keep aside. Now what you are going to do with the code, the changed code you are going to push on GitHub again to your forked repository. You will push this code to your repository through CMD that I'll tell you later. And then once you push it to your GitHub repo, you're going to go on pull request, and there you are going to type new pull request or create a pull request. Over there you're going to type fixed the bug in form section, change the font family again in the description, and there you're going to attach the screenshot of the correct font family of the error that you have taken out. Then finally click on the button create a pull request. Once you have done this, the new pull request will be reflected back into the original repository, which was the Canvas editor in my example. So once you go in the original Canvas editor under pull request section, you will be able to see your pull request. After this, again you have to wait. Once the mentor gets back to you, he will see your pull request. He will look after the changes you have made. And if your code does not have any conflicts with the original code, now again I'll explain you what conflict is. Suppose that you are writing a new code with respect to the original code, but in your new code you by mistake removed certain lines that change the original code as well. So the new original code and your code will not match, because of which there will be certain conflicts and your new code will not be able to get merged in old one, because this will change the entire code, and because of which the mentors won't accept your changes made, because of which you will have to correct your entire conflicts or remove all the conflicts and solve them so that your code gets merged back again. So take care that once you change the code, there should be no merge conflicts. You will be able to see merge conflicts once you create a pull request, because there are automatic checks going on in GitHub. So once the mentor merges your pull request, you will get a message of your pull request has been merged. Then you can go on the original website and see that what changes you have made in the code or what changes you had made in the website are reflected back. So this is all about how to contribute in open source. A dedicated video or a tutorial on how to use GitHub would come shortly, but I hope you find this video informative and you might have understood what open source actually is, how to contribute, and a step-by-step guide of how can you participate in open source contribution. Surely I'll make another video on GitHub next time, but hope you find this video informative. If you do, hit the like button and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.